understand that Kennedy doesn't want me in Monique's group, but she doesn't get a choice. It's not her decision to make. I don't want her bossing me around why I can't be in Monique's group. I don't need to listen to her with that. I want her to get off my case about that. I understand she wants to trust me, be in Monique's group. It's not like I'm bothering her or anything. But she should not get annoyed just because I'm in the same group with her. She did the same thing when I was in Chris's group. She did the same thing when remember when Chris was here with us? She did the same thing with me too. She was making all kinds of foul language with Chris and saying mean things about him, that he's annoying. She was saying mean things about Chris the first week he was in SBS. And now I think she's doing the same thing with me too. Calling Chris a bitch, that's not okay. Calling Chris an asshole. But they're in SBS who don't call the staff names. So she needs to be careful how she's saying things towards Chris. To me, that's why Chris decided to quit SBS. Because all those behaviors he has to put up with. He doesn't want to deal with it right now with all those behaviors. But dealing with Tony, Lindsay, and especially Trita, and with me too. He had to deal with it. When he was here, he had to deal with all that. Dealing with all the complaints, the lies, telling fibs. He awfully got on my case too over all that. I got yelled at from Chris when he was here. I got yelled at from Chris because of all that. Why I didn't tell the truth and be honest with him. I would say mean things about Chris on my profile page. I was gossiping about Chris. That wasn't cool. That was the first year when Chris was in SBS with us. Everybody wasn't very patient with Chris. Chris works very hard to be a nice staff. And everybody didn't get any credit for him. No one didn't treat him any respect at all. But Chris worked very hard to be a nice staff to everyone there in SBS. And knowing and see what we do, we treat him, we're disrespecting him. Not going by his rules like we're supposed to. If he hadn't done that first, he wouldn't quit his. If he hadn't done that first, he wouldn't have stayed in SBS with us. Everybody gave him a hard time. Everyone was stressing him out. If everybody would learn how to control their habits and their behaviors, Chris wouldn't have quit his job in the first place. That's why he doesn't want to be a part of SBS, because of all of us. It was because of that too. If everyone learn how to follow the rules, maybe Chris can stay in SBS. I really want to stay. I really want Chris to stay with us in FVS. He's been doing FVS longer than he's been doing FVS for like a year now. Since November 2023 when we first started FVS. And what we do, we didn't appreciate him. Or being selfish. And I didn't have the courtesy to appreciate him with that. I was saying all those bad stuff about Chris. I was gossiping about him. I wasn't very supportive. I wasn't very nice with Chris at all. See how many times I made him mad when he was here. I really did made him mad. Because I made telling fibs that wasn't true and telling lies. And Nina kept getting into his business so much that he needs to lose weight. I call him a fat ass. That was wrong what Nina said to him. And then I feel bad for Chris. He's my homeboy. I don't want him to lose his job because of me. And plus, first of all, I wasn't trying to get him in trouble. I was just trying to help. I was just trying to look out. I was just trying to look out after him. That's all I was doing.